Hello traders, it's another week and we've got a special video for you. So once again, hello traders, I am Simon from FTMO, and if you are new here, what we are doing is that we are funding successful traders that are able to pass our evaluation process. And in this video, we are gonna talk about something that is a little bit unusual, and that is because usually we are talking about challenges and verifications, but this time we are gonna talk about FTMO traders. For those of you who do not know who are FTMO traders, well, these people have successfully passed the challenge and the verification. The idea for this video came up from Instagram because so many people wanted this topic to be covered. And speaking of Instagram, be sure to follow on Instagram #FTMO because many traders are sharing their journey. They're trading on the challenge accounts, they're trading on verification accounts, and even their profit splits, even their invoices, etc. So it is definitely worth it. Anyway, what I got prepared now are 5 FTMO accounts that we are gonna review today. And you can see clearly that I have hidden the number of each FTMO account, and that is because these traders are for sure trading on these accounts, and we don't really want to put more pressure on them. You can also notice that this account metrics is just a screenshot, and all of these will be screenshots, and that is because we have basically recorded some of these accounts at one point in time, and because they are still trading, this is the best way to see their performance at certain point in time. So these are picked completely randomly, and if you wonder when was this screenshot taken, well, there is last updated timestamp right here. So this, for example, is on 30th of June. Okay, so let's now talk about them a little bit. So this one is for $100,000. So this trader passed the challenge and verification for $100,000. And starting here, so that is 30th of March, it wasn't really that great start, but right here on his 50th trade, he broke even, and then he got in some very nice profit. So this trader had to very likely wait quite a bit for his first profit split, and very likely it is this date right here. So we took this screenshot at the day of his profit split, and the amount that he received was 70% of $9,132. So you can make your calculation, even though he had to wait probably for his first profit split a few months. I think that it's still pretty good. So essentially, I think that if you do quick math, this is something around like $6,500. I think so. You can see that he traded for 36 days, and if you wonder why you can see here 36 and not just like 20 or 10 or something like that, this actually stacks up from different months that you trade. So if you started in March, this is the entire number of trading days that you have been trading since March. This trader had not really that great win rate, but it's still okay, especially if you consider that his average risk-reward ratio is almost 2.3. So that definitely makes a viable strategy. Now, unfortunately, I cannot really scroll through the daily summary since, this is a screenshot, but you can at least see some of the lot sizes here and some of the profits. Anyway, what is quite nice here is that this trader uses stop losses like every single time. At least that's what I can see from the last page of his trading journal. I cannot really look elsewhere since, this is a screenshot after all. But he doesn't really set take profits. Well, for example, here he does, but other than that, he doesn't set those take profits. So I think that part of his strategy is to really minimize those losses and maximize those profits. Now, if I scroll down here, he is profitable just on selling. He is losing money on buying, so maybe he shouldn't really trade using long positions. But regarding the instruments that he is profitable on, these 3 are all profitable. So that's pretty good. All right, so I think that this is it for this one. Let's look at another one. Okay, so the first one runs from 1st of June till 1st of July, so it's kind of fresh FTMO account, but even so, it's just for $50,000 or just for $50,000, and he or she, of course, made profit of $10,000. So that's really nice profit, considering that's like 20% of the whole account, and this trader takes 70% of the 10,000, so that's at the very least $7,000 profit. Now when I look at the balance curve, it looks really nice. There are no huge spikes, no huge dips, so pretty consistent in my opinion. And in the trading objectives, these are respected actually quite nicely. This trader traded for 16 days, and that's more than the minimum of 10. And regarding the win rate, well, that's 81%, so that's pretty good, pretty awesome. And the average risk-reward ratio is 31. So this is just outstanding. This is huge, and no wonder that this trader made just this huge profit. Really outstanding. Now regarding the daily summary, well, you can see like 3.5 days. So that's unfortunate, but still you can see that this trader isn't using that high volume right here. But here it's actually a third of the entire volume used, because you can compare this volume with this volume, and that's like a third of the whole amount, right? So right away, you know, huge win rate, huge average risk-reward ratio. It's just great. If I look at the trading journal, this trader uses, well, sometimes he or she uses stop losses and take profits, sometimes not really. And all of this is just Forex, and just notice that this trader doesn't use exactly that huge volume per position, but he or she splits it between all of them, maybe with an exception of these two, for example. Also, another interesting thing is that this is probably not exactly a day trader, because on most positions he or she is paying some swaps. Now down here you can see that most profits are achieved by buying. Selling is successful as well, and the most successful volume here is just one lot, and all of the symbols that he or she traded are very profitable. And clearly this trader specializes just on Forex, so just these 3 Forex pairs, and all of them have Japanese yen. Okay, so this is it for this one. Really outstanding average risk-reward ratio and win rate. So that's just awesome. Hopefully this trader can keep it up, and we will see the performance in the next month, hopefully. Okay, so this one is also quite interesting, because you can see that this account, this FTMO account, is for $200,000. Okay, so why is that? Some of you for sure already know that if you have 2 or more FTMO accounts, you can sort of merge them together. So if you do this, we will just basically take one and increase the capital on that one, and increase your max daily loss and max loss, and you can just go on and trade. Because of this, this FTMO trader could already trade for a longer time, so maybe he or she didn't start at 25th of May, because, you know, we could probably merge the old account into the new one. So yeah. And on this $200,000 account, this trader made profit of $13.5 thousand. So you can once again just calculate 70% of that, and that's what this trader received on 25th of June. So that's pretty great in my opinion. Now, of course, if you compare it to the previous one, the previous trader I think made like $10,000 on just $50,000 account. Actually, when you think about it, the performance of the last account was a little bit better. But still, this is quite awesome. Now, when you look at the balance curve, the growth isn't really that steady. There are some minor spikes and some minor falls here and there, some minor dips here and there, but still the growth is there, so hopefully this trader can keep it up. And you can already see that on this $200,000 account, we also increase max daily loss and max loss, as I already mentioned. So if this was just for $100,000, the max daily loss would be already violated here. But because the initial capital here is a little bit higher, this is not the case. Now when I look at the statistics, the win rate here is 61.2%, so that's actually quite good. And the average risk-reward ratio is 0.86, so this could perhaps be a little bit higher, but still combined together, it's still pretty good. When I look at the last trade on the daily summary, well, the volume is not really that high considering that this trader has like $200,000 and it isn't really a significant part of this whole amount. And even on those last trading days, this trader made quite nice profit. Now regarding the trading journal, mostly this trader is a day trader, no swaps basically are paid, just here. Here is $2 received. Now regarding stop losses and take profits, sometimes this trader uses them, sometimes not really. And even for example on these two, or even like this one, and even like this one and this one, this trader sets just take profit but no stop loss for some reason. But even on these trades it usually works out just fine because he or she ends up in profit, so that's fine. Maybe not this one, but you know, it still kind of works out. So down here you can see that this trader has no real difference between selling and buying. There is a small difference, not really a significant one, but still buying is a little more successful than selling. And regarding the instruments that this trader trades, it's basically just Forex. Okay, so I will be looking forward to seeing more progress on this one since it's a lot of money. So let's look at another one. This one is for $100,000 and straight away you can see that there is a huge dip in the balance on this account, which I guess could affect this trader's psychology. I know that definitely it would affect my psychology. But after that, this trader gets out of it and just finish it with pretty respectable profit. So this trader received 70% of this amount, and also we have refunded the initial fee, of course, as with all profit splits. And you know, this doesn't really seem like much, but if you repeat this result every single month, it's pretty good. Also, if this trader keeps on repeating this result after 4-month cycle, this trader will be eligible for the scaling plan, and because of that the initial capital will increase by 25%. So me personally, I will be very happy with this result. In this case, the win rate isn't really that great, but with risk-reward ratio of almost 2.5, it is definitely still pretty good because the average risk-reward ratio is compensating for the not so great win rate. Now, unfortunately, on the last days in the daily summary, you can see just losses. So that isn't really that great, but still ended up in this profit. So if you didn't include these losses, this trader could make like almost $5,000 profit. But you know, that's trading for you. So of course, this trader can still look for more setups and trade another month and still make more profits. So it is better to be safe than sorry and just overtrade. But fortunately, this trader still ended up in some quite nice profit. So if he or she keeps on repeating this result, it will be quite awesome. Now right here, I can see just Forex pairs with USD included. Well, even Japanese yen, for example, right here and here and here. And sometimes stop losses are used, and even sometimes take profits are used, but not really that often. I cannot really see a definite pattern here because not all of the trades are done on intraday basis. Because sometimes this trader pays some swaps here and there. So I guess that I will just scroll down here. And you can see that this trader didn't really do well going long, but rather made money on selling. Most profitable instrument was definitely Euro and Japanese yen. and lost most of the money on Euro USD, unfortunately, and traded basically just Forex. Okay, so I think that this was it for this one. Hopefully this trader can repeat this result. If he or she can, it will be good in the long run. Okay, so now we are gonna talk about last account that was randomly selected, and this one is once again for $100,000. The balance curve right here is nothing really that's super special. There was minor loss at the beginning of the trading period, then basically just some gains. This trader made profit of $5,000, so once again just calculate 70% of this, and that's what this trader received. The win rate here is 48%, which is almost coin flip probability of being right, and average risk reward ratio is 2.81, so that's actually pretty good. What I like in the daily summary is that this trader is using quite similar volume every trade and every day, so that's quite nice. At least you can see the consistency. So it is quite interesting that we have now seen many traders that are using just stop losses to minimize those losses and maximize those profits. Once again, I can see here just Forex, nothing else really. And yes, I can see in these 4 days quite similar volume. On these days it's quite higher, but still like it's not like 20 lots on one single trade. So I still consider this to be quite consistent, and if I scroll down here, this trader is mostly making profits on selling, a little bit on buying. There is quite a difference here actually. And regarding the instruments that this trader trades, it's just Forex once again. And most profitable symbol here is AUD USD, and this trader lost most of the money on US dollar and Japanese yen. Okay, so I think that this is it pretty much for this video. Just keep in mind that we are not showing any of the FTMO account number because we don't want to put our FTMO traders under pressure, because after all there is real money involved. And you know, we also don't want to put our traders who are on the challenge or the verification under pressure, but you can kind of feel the difference. And once again, I want to remind you that you should follow hashtag FTMO on Instagram, because if you do, you will see some very nice profit splits, you will see some profit withdrawals, you will see trading results of challenges, of verification accounts, etc. So I think that it's definitely useful. And you know, you can always suggest a topic there. There are also some surveys, so you can just submit your vote there. And with that being said, this is the video. So of course, don't forget to subscribe to our FTMO YouTube channel and follow FTMO on social media. Also, if you have any feedback whatsoever, if you have any questions, you can leave them down in the comment section below this video. And as always, traders, remember to trade safe.